The tragic state of modern gaming.
All right, look, if you're a mod on Reddit, you're not going to be able to handle this video. I've gotten
Like life in general, but okay.
banned from Reddit like 10 times because I showed up and asked you homos a simple question and y'all can't answer it, so you ban me. So if you spend a lot of time on
You shouldn't be on Reddit in the first place, honestly.
Reddit, we already know you wear women's clothes. We know your wife has a boyfriend, and we know you drive a Prius. So just click off. You're not going to like this video. Now, for the rest of you, straight dudes, giga chads, can we talk? Why are video games gay now? If you look at the
Because they are made by unsatisfied women. There you go. Question answered.
front page of Xbox Game Pass right now, you will see what I mean. Magical delicacy. Explore an unfamiliar town and deliver tasty treats to the townsfolk. Learn new ways to traverse, discover secrets, and experience a unique witchy world.
Wow.
The LGBTQ crowd are satanic devil worshippers, so of course they have
That's accurate, yeah.
witches in their game. No Giga Chad would actually play this slop. We would say, "Get behind me, Satan," while we leave to go play Kingdom Come Deliverance and old school Rainbow Six games. So did anybody actually play this satanic dog shit game? No, of
Probably not, yeah, obviously. I mean, look at this. You can just tell that the developer has at least a couple of mental issues.
course not. It's a complete failure. What about Flintlock, Siege
Oh
of Dawn?
god.
Girl Boss, check. Black lesbian woman, check.
Oh,
One
she's even a black lesbian. Man, gotta get all those check marks.
reviewer said this: A44 plays with the history of humanity and mythology to shape its particular world. Let me translate that last sentence for you.
That's not even an honest sentence.
It probably has a bunch of men who like to dress up in women's clothes in it. The word to look out for when you see this stuff is inclusive. Inclusive is a synonym for satanic as far as I'm concerned now, because they're not actually inclusive. Are they including fundamentalist Islamic people who think homosexuality is wrong? No.
Well, they can't admit the fact that they think it's wrong even exists. That's the funniest part. This is why the left always eats itself. Because they advocate for things that destroy them, and that's hilarious.
Are they including Russians and Polish people who think being gay is wrong? No. Are they including Asian women with diabetes who live in Akron, Ohio? No. So it's never actually been about inclusion because they aren't inclusive of people who disagree with them. They're pushing the inclusion of a
This is called the paradox of tolerance. To be tolerant, you must be intolerant. Of intolerance, which, again, is the paradox of inclusivity. Well, it is what it is.
very specific group of people. People who have been outed for child loving, people in the LGBTQ movements, etc. Oh, and of
God.
course, fat liberal white women. But back to the
Disgusting.
Xbox stuff. And by the way, I historically have been an Xbox guy, but it is an absolute tragedy where Xbox is headed, and I'm just going to be real with y'all about this.
That's why Xbox is losing in the games department. They have pretty much honestly kind of almost given up. They're doing the last Hail Mary with Call of Duty, which is probably 5 minutes away from being decided that the newest protagonist of the Call of Duty storyline is going to be a crippled black lesbian woman who fights the patriarchy. I wish I was kidding, but no, we have already had that.
This is not some kind of thing where I'm dunking on Xbox because PlayStation is just as bad in this regard. Last of Us 2 was a woke abortion that killed off the only
Oh man, and this is getting a second season. I watched the first season, the first two episodes, and it was horribly bad, okay? Actually terrible. And now The Last of Us Part 2. Yay! It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
thing that made the game worth playing, Joel. Aloy is the definition of a fat girl boss who needs to put down the cookie.
Man, remember when Aloy looked decent? And what now has become? Ah, they literally had to change bone structures for the character to make her uglier. What a great thing.
And go for a run. Oh wait, but what about Concord, the new premier live service game for the PS5 that looks like a training seminar on diversity? To
Dude.
say the game bombed would be an understatement.
Concord died in less than a day. It's hilariously epic.
Concord had a peak of 2,388 players at launch. Even Starfield on Xbox had a peak of 380,000 on Steam.
Sad.
And this is like your premier game on PS5 right now. Insane. But jumping back to Xbox for a second, it's absolutely wild to consider the state that Xbox is in right now compared to where it was 20 years ago. One of the things I always loved about Xbox is how masculine and bro-y Xbox used to be. And Xbox knows this about itself. They had games like Halo, Gears of War, the America's Army games, all the military games. Xbox even had The Rock come out when their console launched in November 2001.
Ooh.
Microsoft
Did
knows
not know
exactly
that.
who their target market is. Straight dudes. I would
say they knew, and I would say they don't care any longer.
also argue that Xbox still knows who their target market is today. They're just ignoring it. Because of ESG and BlackRock and the shadowy fuckers, the satanic
BlackRock, Vanguard, man, there's so many, honestly. JP Morgan, Stanley's, all of that crap.
strings behind all this stuff. But I'll get to that later. So Xbox is definitely aware that it's straight, heterosexual men mostly playing their games. Do you know how we know that? Just look at the games they play. These are the top 10 most played games
This is also a problem. This cannot be. This is bad. Toxic masculinity, all of that good stuff.
on Xbox right now. So we can remove Minecraft and Roblox because it's definitely kids playing those, and we can remove Apex because it's
Okay, listen, Roblox is played by a lot of adult men.
mostly homosexual men playing that game. What you have
True.
left is 7 games that are definitely mostly being played by straight, normal dudes. So why? Why is Xbox forcing LGBTQ slop on us when it's so obvious that gamers are still overwhelmingly angry, straight, edgelord males? Well, now we're getting down to it. And the reasons are this. Number
Because
one,
it's bad.
BlackRock and the satanic forces that are trying to shape our society right now. BlackRock is a multi-trillion-dollar company that owns all of these companies that isn't.
Let me explain a little bit more about the BlackRock, okay? How much money did they have in store? I forget what did it. They have literally money that potentially goes into the trillions, okay? They have a lot of money. And the thing is, to subvert an average company, you don't even need to use $1 million. You can just offer all of these companies to do very small changes, and they're going to do it. And most of these companies are going to do it for very low sums of money. And that's how you get them.
Isn't interested in making money anymore. They're interested in social progress, what they call evolution.
Evolution.
See, if they can change your buying habits to buy what they want to sell, then they will have consumers for life. In between
This doesn't make sense, by the way. You can't change buying habits of people without changing the general habits of people. Now, BlackRock does understand that. There's that famous clip where the guy, the CEO of BlackRock, or whoever he was, I forgot, it comes out and says, oh yeah, we need to change the habits of people in general. They understand that you need to change the habits first, and then everything can follow. You can't just change the patterns of people buying stuff without that first. It doesn't happen.
visits to Epstein's Island, BlackRock execs talk about the destruction of individual cultures and the raising up of a new global corporatism. See, because if they can destroy your culture and blend you in with everyone else like Starbucks, then they have billions of reliable global consumers for life. I mean, if we're being 100% real right now, this is the coming of the Antichrist that was spoken of in the Bible. It's the new LGBTQ mafia. Revelations 13.
Ever heard that speech? Joe Rogan popularized it a lot. It was the speech what I would do if I was the devil. Hey, look at that! It's modern day. That's kind of bad.
Says this. He required everyone, great and small, rich and poor, slave and free, to be given a mark on the right hand or on the forehead, and no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name. Dude, I will literally die before I let them put that junk on me. Amazon and Whole Foods are literally already allowed.
Dude, how many people just got this with a smile on their face? It's insane.
Allowing you to pay with your palm. We are not this far away from that stuff. So basically, it makes money for all these shadowy fuckers who are into child loving. It undermines culture, it attacks Christianity, and they're using the demonic LGBTQ stuff to lead the way with this stuff. But before I completely get lost in conspiracy theory land, let me get back practically to why the gay agenda is being pushed so hard
I like the conspiracy land, though.
in video games right now. Reason number 2, Xbox and other big companies desperately need new revenue streams. Check out this revenue chart of video games from the past 50 years.
Mobile.
Did you know that the profit of the 3 big console makers, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation, has been hovering around $30 billion since 2011? Isn't that wild? So basically, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation have been fighting over the same players since 2011. So this is why they're pushing the gay stuff so hard. This is why you see
Well, to be absolutely fair, that's not even true. Everyone knows that... I forgot the name, but... birth rates. There we go. Birth rates are going down, and they're typically going down in the countries that these companies primarily are trying to target things. So the problem here is the birth rates go down, but they need to get more money out of a declining player base, even if they like it or not, which is kind of the hard part.
And all this woke slop on the front page of Xbox Game Pass. Phil Spencer's gamble right now is that he can somehow capture a new audience and get a new audience to play video games. But I don't know if you've noticed, no women are picking up Xbox controllers because there's another cute indie.
Yeah. Women just don't like playing computer games that much. There are the ones who do, and that's completely good. That's my future wife, probably somewhere out there, hopefully. But... yeah, most of them don't care. Most of them don't like it. Women like watching detective series and doing things like that. And, all other crazy stuff that we don't understand. Interesting, huh?
Game. No kids are picking up Xbox controllers because of cute indie games. Women, when they do game, are playing on their phones. Kids are mostly playing games on their phones, their iPads, and their PCs. My niece and nephew hate consoles and hate controllers. Sitting in front of a TV and playing a console is something solely men between the ages of 25 and 50 do. And yet Xbox seems dead set on completely ignoring this. Reason number 3.
Dude, imagine that they want to get a bunch of house moms to buy Xbox so they can play goddamn Candy Crush. Dude, if you want a female population of gamers, just add Candy Crush to Xbox, okay? There you go. At least it's gonna be a real enticement.
Games are so gay right now because of the people working at game companies.
Hell yeah, true.
Look at the staff photos of companies like id Software and Arcane and Activision in the 90s, and then look today, and you will see what I'm talking about.
Disgusting.
In the 90s, these companies were full of edgelords, straight dudes. This is why we got manly-ass characters like Doom Guy and Duke Nukem and Call of Duty. But today, think about who is going to college to study video games. It's all kids who are confused about their gender and into anime and wear tails to school. Young men who
Whoa. Being into anime doesn't... Let's not go there, okay, Chief? Listen, anime is completely fine.
To dress up as women and talk about needing a mental health day are the people who work at game companies now.
And it works, by the way. Point to me to a Silicon Valley company that doesn't have a meditation yoga room, and it doesn't have a lockable safe space for when you need to decompress and stuff. Please, I'll wait.
Like, what the fuck? Can I have a mental health day? Man, I wish I didn't have to spend a 12-hour shift welding pieces of metal together on a 30-story building. Can I just be a homo and have a mental health day? So anyway, the way it has been explained to me by people who work in the industry is that all these rich white kids who are confused about their sexuality went to places like SCAD and Full Sail and other video game colleges, and they got
I can't tell where the neck ends and where the body starts.
Jobs at Ubisoft and Activision and Rockstar and, companies that used to make cool games but make gay stuff now. And do you know how I know this? Because Activision has like 50 homo initiatives right now for people who work on their games.
True.
Inclusion officer, diversity expert, Sensitive.
Well, to be fair, Microsoft got rid of their DEI department, and the head of the department said, yeah, DEI literally doesn't provide any value to the company. And there were people that are pointing out Bridge, obviously, instantaneously, but Bridge is not in full swing yet. I know about Bridge, don't worry, it's not going to slip past. If it becomes the new problem, I and many others will gonna talk about Bridge, and there you go. But Bridge just seems currently like a giant scam because the same woke people that did all of that stuff are also executives at Bridge, and yeah, dude, it's just such a giant scam to get money. It's insane.
Sensitivity training officer, sensitivity reader. Like, guys, just get back to World of Warcraft. Get back to StarCraft. Just make fucking good games.
Oh, but they did, and currently the lead for the World of Warcraft's newest expansion, The War Within, is, and I love saying this so much because it's so great, a black woman, cripple, half elf. Yeah, she's probably also gay, let's be real. But, currently don't know that part, but shh, 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 shh. That's probably coming, okay?
The guys in the 90s, they were just making cool shit. id Software in the 90s and Infinity Ward in the 2000s was just making cool, edgy shit. And now they're having seminars on inclusion and diversity. Do we still wonder why games are dog shit now?
Yes.
Also, honestly, dude, I don't think any of this junk is going to change anytime soon because
Beautiful.
Think about Phil Spencer and think about the people around him right now. He's got Sarah Bond. He's probably got a bunch of trans and gay people working for him. And he now has to look these people in the face and say, hey, guys, cancel all those stupid games y'all are making and let's hire some manly people in here because that's what our audience wants. Like, he's never going to do that, dude. Xbox and PlayStation are going to keep ramming this LGBTQ slop down our throats for a while. And guys, this kind of gets to the question of what can we do about it? We're just going to stop playing this trash. We're going to go buy.
I mean, it works. Stop not buying it, not playing it does work. But at the end of the day, this is not about profit. This is literally, sadly, somehow magically not about profit anymore. Look at Disney. 60 bill in debt? Not even a problem.
Buy old games, buy old edgy games, and stop playing any modern video game because they're trash. If you see something modern with a homo flag in it, delete it and uninstall it. Don't play Call of Duty. Don't play Overwatch. Don't play Apex. Don't play Fortnite.
Anki. Is that supposed to be Enkidu?
Support Russian and Eastern European games. Play Ready or Not. Play Tarkov.
Nope.
Play Stalker and Stalker 2.
Man, I mean, it's right. I wonder when this is gonna change. In any case, Andy Pan's Gaming. Bye-bye. 10 out of 10.